everyone. Today let's talk about a book in the series I talked about last week, and it is called Is It Wrong to Eat Meat? Well, how do you think? Is it wrong to eat meat? This question leaves many opinions that leads to today's project. So I have to talk to you that some people said meat is murder and they were vegetarians and vegans. They don't eat meat and they don't like to kill animals to take meat. They said that my food didn't die screaming if I eat vegetables, meat is murder, it is not food, it's violence, and some other things like that. But some other people said that eating meat is very important. Because why? Because meat gives us some vitamins and we can't live if we don't eat meat. So let's talk about today's lesson and you'll give your opinions to eat or not to eat right after this. Let's begin. Is it wrong to eat meat? Well, you eat meat every day if you are not vegetarians. You eat meat in hamburgers, in bacons, or right in sausages. I guess that's your favorite food, or at least you like it, sausages. Or there is meat in your egg. Actually, that's not meat, but it is protein, so it's actually like meat. Egg has protein. Fish has protein, yogurt and cheese also have it. And it also produces vitamin D to help our bones grow and will grow tall. I'm actually short. So, what do you think? To eat or not to eat? I think we need to eat. If I were a vegetarian, everyone will tell me I don't eat meat, so I have to do so. Because I'm vegetarian, but it is just if. But I'm just a normal person, so I eat meat as usual, and everyone's do. Also, my grandmother also eat meat, but she also eat vegetable in special days, like some days that celebrate the Buddha or something like that. You can also call her a vegetarian. To eat meat, they have to kill the animals. The cow, the pig, the sheep, the chicken, the swan, the duck, and also other animals that produces meat. They will keep them growing in a farm or a factory, and then they will mark some animals, some of them to show that which one will be going to meet, and then they will take out a knife and here it goes on the stove, in the pot, on the plate. But I think this is murder. But we need to eat meat. I've read a story somewhere that told us a pirate or a traders who live on a ship, but they don't eat meat. They just have vegetables. So they eat vegetables for 1 week, 1 month, nearly 1 year, and all of them die because they don't have vitamins. And no one can rule the ship, even the captain, who don't eat meat. Even the Magellan ship that explores the trip around the world in the ocean has to eat meat. If they don't have meat, they will eat their leather shoes. That's the real story. And do you think keeping meat in the factory is good or bad? I mean, in factories, some factories do not produce oil, energy, electricity, or some products, but they also also makes meat for us to eat. Meat in factory is like good but not good. Why? Why good? Because it's good because the meat is good to eat. It feels good and not that bad. I mean, it is very soft and it is a little bit sweet. So that's how you call factory meat. But it is not good because factory farming can also produces, yeah, you know it, pollution. Pollution makes bad air and we will live forever in the bad earth. This problem I will tell in the next video next week. It will produce pollution, and with the food you can farm animals. You don't need the food that leads to factory farming. You need that food to feed poor people. Poor people need food more than pigs and cows and ducks, right? You know it. People is always higher than animals. That's how I think. The book told it. The book told me. And also the issue is like they think that factory farming is not good. There is a lot of percent of Americans and also in Vietnam that eats factory farming meat. But not all of the meat is factory farming, you know it. Some meat is in the house, the farm. Some farm produces meat and some farmers treats animals very well. So their meat doesn't taste that bad. And if you go shopping with your mom to buy meat, always check the meat. Check the box to know where it comes from, a farm or a factory. If it does not have a best before date or does not have a place where the meat begins, don't buy it. That's fake. And that's bad for your health. And now, if you buy meat in the market, don't touch on the meat. It's very, very, very dirty. If you touch on the meat and you don't like it, so you will leave it there and flies will fly over there. And then you will, other people will touch on it. And if the one people buys it, they will buy all the viruses and all the flies. So they will eat the bad meat. So not always buy meat at the market, but when you have to, you just have to ask the sales assistant. That's how I call it. Calls he or she to check the meat for you before you buy it. Okay? Now, let's talk about why it is not wrong to eat meat. Because meat produces vitamin B12 for our body. If we don't have the protein from eggs, cheese, yogurt, and fish, and the vitamin from our meat, our body will die. And some farmers treat their animals very well, like I said before. So it is not very worried too much about to eat or not to eat. But it is not wrong because animals can't think. And some people think if animals can't think, they don't have the right to choose they were killed or not. So they'll just think that people have rights but animals not. So they took out the knife and the meat was on the stove, in the pot, on the dish. Okay, and Another reason it is not wrong to eat meat because you see it, lions, tigers hunt zebras, so they eat meat. People, it is evolution from the nature, so people can. Why the animals can do it but people can't? So it is not wrong to eat meat. Now you can give your own opinion and show it to me after the next video begins. Thank you for watching and goodbye. See you next time.